Hi, my name's Steve. Welcome to another Mindbomb Training video. And today I want to talk to you about setting up a new company. We've obviously got choices, and it's best if you can think through those choices at the outset. For many people, setting up a business just seems to be an extension of running their own finances. They see limited companies as being too complicated or corporate somehow. Maybe they just want to get started as quickly as possible. But I'm here today to encourage you to think about how you start to trade for your new business venture. In the UK, there's essentially three separate company entities that are accepted as business trading entity. So you can either set as a limited company, you can set up as a partnership, or you can set up as a sole trader. Whichever you choose, you'll still be required to keep records for a business, and whatever route you take, you need to file annual accounts with HMRC. Each will have slightly different tax treatments and pros and cons, so let's have a look at some of the differences. First, for the limited company, if you look for a completely separate legal entity from yourself as a person or anybody else that's involved in the business, it can still have a number of different owners. So the different owners can actually have shares within the company, or basically a percentage of the company that they own. And in setting up the company, you can actually allocate each owner a certain amount of starting capital. Even from £1 you can actually start the company, but equally you can have many thousands of pounds initially invested. The limited company provides a level of protection to your personal assets. So whatever happens, should the worst happen and the company cannot pay its bills, then the company creditors cannot force you to sell your own personal assets to pay them. The limited company can be useful for a small business with owner directors, so that it might actually help you with the timing of potential tax bills. Effectively, it acts as a spring, allowing you to take income at different times. So if you're setting up with a limited company as an owner director, it means that you should be able to build reserves within the company, which might then be drawn down at a different point in time in the future. The limited company also has slight tax advantage if you're a shareholder, in that you can take income as a mix of dividend and salary, so it can actually reduce your tax bill overall when compared to a regular salary or as a general self-employed person. The second entity that you might consider is going to be the sole trader. So it's the simplest form of business trading. It's essentially just yourself trading on your own account, your own business account. I would recommend setting up a separate bank account to help keep a clear division of transactions. You can still employ people, you can take up business premises, pay business rates, all of the other things, but it does actually still belong just to yourself as an individual. If your business is going to be very simple, and maybe even just an extension of your current employment, such as hairdressing or something similar to that, then maybe acting as a sole trader will suit you fine. However, if you intend to employ people, take up loans, other finance, make investments into plant or equipment, then I would definitely recommend going down the limited company route. At the same time, you should also consider your own assets and position when you actually start the new business. If you're a newly graduated student with little in the way of assets behind you, then maybe a simple sole trader business can be a quick way to just start something and see if it works. However, if you're a little older with savings and maybe a house behind you, then it seems prudent to restrict your exposure and really to minimise the risk of the new venture, basically minimise it to whatever you're willing to invest into the company to start it. It will also help with tax planning as well for the amount that you pay in tax overall. As I mentioned before, the idea is that you'll be able to swap between the profits and losses years with your own income to minimise the overall tax bill. One last point about that is also the limited company actually has a cleaner legal ownership of any assets. So it's much easier if you've bought expensive equipment within the company to say that that is the company's asset, rather than actually having it within a partnership when you have to then decide on who's actually going to retain ownership if a partnership actually dissolves. Personally, I'm not as you might have gathered, I'm not a great fan of partnerships in the current times. All businesses come with risk, and while I like to be optimistic generally, I believe that if you want to share a business venture with anybody, family especially, especially family, then ignore the partnership option and go for the limited company. I've known many partnerships, even successful ones, that can actually go on for a number of years and start with the best of intentions between friends. But I've also known a number that have gone sour, and it's very difficult if you're entangled within a partnership. It becomes almost like a divorce to actually separate the business from the partners. If you like what you've seen today, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, along with the bell for future notifications, as I'm always uploading more business training content. You can also take a look at the Mindbomb Training website. Again, the link is in the description for this video. There you'll find lots of exclusive content, worksheets, stuff that you can download to take away, and access to all of my training sessions in the one place. At the same time, I'd love to hear any feedback you've got. If you've got anything in particular you want to let me know about, then feel free to comment. Always pleased to hear from people. Also, let me know the other topics that you would be interested in. I'm creating lots of new content at the moment, so let me know what else you'd actually like to see for future videos. Can't promise anything, but hopefully we'll be able to cover a wide range of stuff. Finally, if you know anybody else that might be interested in my take on business, then send them a link, share the video, and hopefully they'll be interested too. Thank you very much, and see you next time.